Welcome back to Brentford. It's January transfer window time. We have closed the gap on Manchester City to 3 points. Leicester are kind of 11 away now as they just will not stop winning. Hoping that we can, or they will buck that trend. In fact, I think we have them this month or next month? This month. Leicester, Arsenal, Chelsea and Newcastle in the month of January. And then next month, it's time to crack on with European football again, as well as some more Premier League games. So actually a very important month for us with regards to any potential we might have of closing that gap to Leicester. I think it's highly unlikely. At the moment, we're 5 points clear of Liverpool, though, and that's the most important thing for us right now, is to ensure that we get Champions League football for next season. Now, speaking of Liverpool, we're going to hope to buy one of their players right here, right now. Tsimikas was our go-to for a new left-back, and we're going to go and try and get that deal done early doors. And then if anything else happens in the remainder of the window, then perhaps something else could transpire with regards... Oh, they're interested in Berg. No. I think I want to keep Berg. Thank you. I'll offer you... can't be asked to change it. I'll offer you 21.4. Will you accept 21.4? 21.9 plus a 10% sell-on clause. Fine. They said I would have to. I might have to pay up to 30. So I'm actually not that fussed about paying 21.2. He's on 70. Was it 70? £77,000 a week at the minute at Liverpool, but not getting even remotely close to first team football. Now he's not going to be starting every week here for me, but he will be involved on a relatively frequent basis, especially with European football, and as we progress in the FA Cup as well, as we did in yesterday's episode. We hope to progress again in today's episode with regards to the FA Cup as well, provided we get a favourable enough draw. Players tend to take a wage cut, and they have done so again here. Tsimikas will come in. Very nice indeed. Why players do take a wage cut inexplicably in career mode, I've absolutely no idea. It's not something that's always stood out to me in previous years, but this year it's so easy to just get people to take a wage cut. You just go, I'll give you less than you're on, and they go, okay, and then that's it. So we have go-to players for a potential Ivan Toney replacement if we get bids in for him that we find ourselves accepting. Ollie Watkins moved to Newcastle at the beginning of the year. Don't know how he's getting on there. Odsonne Edouard moved to Real Sociedad at the beginning of the year. Don't know how he's getting on there. I can check Ollie Watkins, actually, and see how he's doing, because I can see the player stats for the team. So he was at Newcastle now, wasn't he? So let's see if we can have a quick look. Doesn't appear to be playing that regularly. Oh, no, 15. Yeah, he's played 15, but he's only scored once. 1 goal in 15 games. That doesn't fill me with confidence that Ollie Watkins could be a go-to player that could replace the goals of Ivan Toney. Now, what European competition, if any, are Real Sociedad in? They are in the Europa League. Now, how's Odsonne Edouard? He's scored 4 goals in 7 games for them in the Europa League. So that, you would imagine, gives the impression that he's going to be relatively regular first team for them in the league as well. I can't unfortunately check stats for La Liga. That's one thing we're pushing for with the devs, is to open up the amount of stats that can be tracked in career mode, so we know exactly who's doing what and where. A bid here for Felix Bertelsen, which we will accept. Actually, it's just a short-term loan, which is great. I can just accept that without having to delegate, because the majority of them come in as a loan to buy, but that one didn't. Right, Arsenal to start. Asking me about the captaincy for the Arsenal game. I might still have my old squad lined up. No, I don't. Okay, why is it asking me about captaincy then? Jensen's currently captain. Quite happy with Jensen being captain. Right, let's go and put Tsimikas on the bench. I won't start him against Arsenal, but it probably won't be too long before we see him in the starting lineup to see if he's got what it takes. But we'll go and play Arsenal to start and see how we get on here. I don't know how busy this window may get. 7th placed Arsenal first. Where are Chelsea? 11th. All right, then. Chelsea having a woeful season. I might even sim Chelsea, you know, so that we can play Leicester, which is probably the more important game. Oh, it's midweek, which is frustrating. I don't know. I might have to play everything. I'd rather avoid playing everything. Otherwise, this episode might be 4 hours long, and it might take me forever to record. 18 goals this season for Ivan Toney, the league's top goal scorer, as he was last year, scoring even more so this year than he did last year as well. Let's see what Arsenal's lineup looks like. Arsenal's lineup is Bernd Leno in goal, Hector Bellerin, Ben White, Eder Militao and Sead Kolasinac at left back, Koke and Thomas Partey, Nicolas Pepe, Emil Smith-Rowe and Gabriel Martinelli with Luis Muriel up top. Now, Emil Smith-Rowe is the most creative player in the league right now. 8 assists so far this season for him, and he leads the way in the assist charts. So we're going to have to try and keep him quiet. Let me say thank you, as we're on the way into the game here, to Charlie for joining the Patreon at the VIP level. That is very, very kind of you. Thank you very much indeed, my man. I appreciate it. Your gifted sub has been put across on Twitch. And also thank you to Adrian as well for coming back to the Patreon. Adrian was subscribed to the Patreon and had to stop pledging due to financial issues and is now back on the Patreon. And I very much appreciate that support. So thank you to you guys for joining the Patreon. Hopefully we can reward you with more than just your Patreon rewards. We can reward you with some points in the Premier League and Champions League football for next season. I hope. Anyway, here's Nicolas Pepe with the back heel and immediately played in again by Hector Bellerin. I believe has left Arsenal in real life to go to Real Betis. I didn't see whether it actually got confirmed or not, so you guys in the comment section will have to let me know. I believe Hector Bellerin has left Arsenal and they've signed Tomiyasu. I think Bellerin might have been a loan deal though, to be fair, but they've signed Tomiyasu from Serie A, the Japanese centre-back slash right-back slash utilitarian defender at Arsenal, to try and firm up defensively, and they could certainly do with firming up defensively. Sorry Arsenal fans, you've been getting a bit of a battering, not just from me but from, well, pretty much everybody this season, and it must suck as an Arsenal fan to be going through quote-unquote tough times, which are relative compared to the state of football in this country. Very relative tough times with other clubs at lower levels struggling to even survive week to week. But still, it's tough for Arsenal fans right now in the scenario that they're in with what they've become accustomed to at that club. What we've become accustomed to is getting a result against Arsenal, which hopefully we can do again here. One thing I will point out now as well, early doors, is that tomorrow and Sunday, there won't be any videos from this series. However, you will have videos of another nature. You can put 2 and 2 together. I'm sure many of you have after I accidentally left my overlays on in yesterday's episode. Something's on the way over the weekend. But what's on the way here right now is a goal for Arsenal. Very well taken by Gabriel Martinelli. And we're behind at the Emirates. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss those videos over the weekend. Hit that notification bell. You'll want to watch them. Nice block. Never mind. I mean, the block was still nice. They just got the ball back again. City take the lead in their game against West Brom, which would extend the gap for them above us in second. Smith-Rowe perhaps looking for a 9th assist. Not yet. In fact, it may have even been Smith-Rowe that played the ball through for Martinelli for their first goal. I'm not sure, actually, off the top of my head. I was too busy telling you about something else that's coming this weekend. Brian and Burma on the counter-attack now, though. And we've got the options inside to try and make the most of this. Ben White's challenge is decent, but it does only go as far as Mikkel Damsgaard. And here's Jensen. And there's Ben Rama. Oh, I could have done with a back heel there. He's going to work his way around the defender, is he? No. Damsgaard will lift it into the middle, and Ben White's there again. Let that go. We'll take the corner instead. 10 minutes to go till half-time. Looking for a goal to see us level here, but not finding it. Tony heads wide from the corner. Bellerin down the line to Koke. And the top to Nicolas Pepe. Goal in the Leicester City game. I hope it's a goal for West Brom. I know West Brom are playing... Oh, West Brom are playing... Manchester City, aren't they? Leicester 2-0 up against Manchester United, who continue to have a poor season. Leicester look pretty unstoppable at the moment at the top of the Premier League. Really concerned that it's going to be difficult to better them at any point in this save. Oh, I should have scored on that counter-attack, shouldn't I? Oh, my God. Eder Militao with a very important interception. That was a properly good opportunity to get ourselves an equaliser, and I haven't taken it. I don't know, as I'll get a better one, to be completely honest. Now Martinelli could get played in behind again. Thomas Partey playing those rangy balls over the top again. It's Kolasinac that's forward on the left-hand side. It's going to do Tariq Lamptey for strength, that's for sure. Thomas Partey tries again. Away, please. 1-0 down at the break. I need to get back in gear. We were playing really well yesterday. Defensively sound and creatively good. Opposite so far today, but we're only one half into game one, so there's plenty of time to turn it round. Silva across the Jensen. Let's start the second half positive, shall we? Driving at the Arsenal backline, and Burmo back to Jensen. I ran out of room. Benrahma, that's a smart turn actually. And Damsgaard looking to beat Bayray. You're not going to do him for pace though, are you? Rick Henry's got a pretty decent cross on him. Oh, hasn't he just? Mr. Tony, you have not got your shooting boots or your shooting cap on today, do you? I mean, how many times have we seen Ivan Toney bury chances like that? He's put that into the second tier. That's how bad it was. Smith Rowe driving up my back line. Thomas Partey to Emil Smith Rowe again. Just lifting in that into Koke. Here's Myron Boadu, who's come on just after half-time, actually. It didn't take them long to make an offensive change, Arsenal. I'm now making a defensive change. And Rico Henry's coming off and Samikas is coming on. And hopefully he can spark a revival in this game. Joe Willock has come on for Arsenal here for Emil Smith Rowe. I'm glad to see the back of him. I've also brought Berg on for Jensen, as you could have seen top left a moment ago. So they're making changes. We're making changes. Will the scoreline change? I hope yes, but only in a certain direction. I'd rather 1-1 than 2-0 Arsenal for rather obvious reasons. Mikkel Damsgaard gets the ball back and Tony will look for Berg, and it's a terrible pass by Mr. Tony, who's really not on form in today's episode so far, despite his hat-trick yesterday. Berg can't get that under control as it pops towards him, and time is running out for us now. De Silva into Boadu, over the top looking for Martinelli. Took his goal very, very well indeed. Kolasinac driving in towards the box. Worried about him getting it back to Martinelli, who I think was offside there. He was. So with 15 minutes to go here, with either side making changes that they hope will further improve the result in either favour. City are 3-0 up now. Really need to avoid defeat here at the very least, so we saw that gap doesn't massively open up, and we might well do that. Saeed Benrahma has our equaliser, and there's a little bit of time left. And Hector Bellerin. Nicely into Willock again. Win that, win that, win that. Oh, at least jump for it, Josh. Well done, pal. Happy with that now. Right, arriving here is Berg. And Benrahma's there again. Come on, lads. This would be a hell of a turnaround. It'd be absolutely superb if we can pull it off. Mikkel Damsgaard trying to beat the man in the middle. Looking for Ivan Toney. His shooting boots haven't been on so far today, but now they are! Yeah! 3 minutes to go. We got a last gasp winner against Swansea. We might have just done it again against Arsenal. Not quite the last kick of the game as it was in the FA Cup yesterday, but that could be huge. With City winning, and by quite a margin too, we need to keep pace with them if we want to challenge for further positions in the league. Obviously, there's not too much difference between second and third, but the extra finances could come in handy. And if Leicester slip up, you want to be there. You want to be there to try and capitalise on any sort of capitulation at the top of the table. And at the minute, it's ourselves and City that are trying to keep pace with Leicester. It's a big gap they've got at the moment, but you can't rule anything out in the Premier League. Arsenal can't rule anything out here. They were 1-0 up and cruising, and then in the final 15 to 20 minutes, we've turned it on its head. Let's fucking go, boys. Let's not give away an equaliser. Let's ensure that we see it through with just 60 seconds to go now. We may well have just given ourselves a fantastic result here away from home at the Emirates, but I have to hold on. I have to hold on. Kolasinac, go backwards, go backwards, go backwards. Ref! Ref! Yes! Oh, that'll do, won't it? That will do nicely. Not sure I deserve it, but I'll bloody well take it. 2-1 win. Oh, apparently I did deserve it. At least on the chance creation. They had one shot all game, Arsenal. They scored it. They had a lot of the ball, though. Oh, City won 4-0 against or Leicester City won 4-0 against Manchester United. That's how strong Leicester City are right now. Still 11 points clear of us. Still 8 points clear of Manchester City. Interesting Centellas now, who I can take off my shortlist. I have a couple of names I can take off the shortlist now. With £10 million available and some potential with regards to the rest of the window. But it will need other players to leave for others to come in. And at the moment, I don't know which of those players in the squad that are here would be the ones to leave. I would absolutely consider selling Wissa. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's Bayern Munich. Oh, Christ. I know we're challenging in the Champions League spots, but it's Bayern Munich. So, valued at 34.5. They've bid 37. Reckons I could get up to 60. If I can get over 50, then I'm thrilled with that. Ezri Konsa's been great for us since coming in. But you can't just bat away Bayern Munich, can you? I can't just be like, no. 44. They've significantly come up. They've significantly come up. If you'll give me 50, he's yours. I could absolutely replace him with 50 million. Will they pay 48? Will they pay 48? If they do, he's gone. They will. Looks like Ezri Konsa is going to leave us in this January transfer window. We will need a centre-back replacement. He came in, he has performed, and he's earned himself a much bigger move. And I can't really deny that, can I? Bayern Munich are a little bit better than Brentford. So when he goes, we get that money in. Now, Union Berlin have bid for Janelt. Burnley, I'll reject that. Now, Janelt is a player that I probably could replace in the rotation 11 with a youngster. Or at the very least, with a similarly rated, lower value player. That's something... Actually, you know what? Onana can play CDM. Let's sell Janelt, raise some extra funds, and train Onana back to a CDM. That's the plan. There we go. That's some more. That will be some more money raised, and we'll potentially be able to make a better signing to improve the first team. Right, we'll negotiate. I'm not going to ask for too much more. They bid 12.2, which is undervaluation. Obviously, I tend to bid undervaluation as well at times, so I can't get too frustrated at that. I can get frustrated if they're not willing to negotiate at all, though. 14 million isn't much, but when we've got we've got an in-house replacement that we could potentially use, then absolutely was. Well, come on, mate. All right. Well, Onana stays as a centre back for now. Then, come on. I'm not being overly bullish in my negotiations. I started at 15. I came down to 13.2, and they still wouldn't budge from 12.2. Konsa sold. Right, I need a centre-back, and I need a centre-back now, because we've Chelsea next, and time's run out on us already. I need to get this deal done. Sharpish. Hello, Kurt. Come to me, please, Kurt. Approach to buy. Kurt Zouma. £32.5 million valuation. I will bid about valuation and see what Aston Villa are saying. 46. I'd rather not pay that much. If I can get him under 40, then it's done deal. Yes. Do I try and negotiate a bit more? I'm gonna be cheeky just to ensure that I have a little bit more money available for a potential signing elsewhere. Yes, Kurt Zouma. Let's go. 84 rated as well. Crucial squad role? Absolutely. You are right into the starting line. In fact, he may even come in as our joint highest rated player with Brian and Burmo. A 3-year deal. Fine. He'd be my joint highest rated player, I think. Now, what's he on? 81 grand a week. You can have 70. You'll negotiate a little bit, and then we'll decide from there. That's all. I'll take the clean sheet bonus off, actually. Or nearly ended negotiation there. And then I'll give you like an extra 5 grand a week. Because I'd rather save the larger chunk of money for transfer business. There we go. Right, Kurt Zouma is in. That's fucking phenomenal. Love that. That's a massive improvement in our starting lineup. Kurt Zouma does come in as our joint... No! Josh De Silva's 85. He's our highest rated player now, but still, an improvement in defence. Kurt Zouma comes in. Ezri Konsa has left, unfortunately, but it's Bayern Munich. So we do have a new signing at centre-back. Right. Chelsea on the horizon. Do I sim the... Oh, we got in the FA Cup. It's Wolves away. Oh, I don't know what to do. Actually, what is the time? I'm going to go get hit. I'm actually going to go and get my hair cut. You'll be pleased to know. And then we can play on after that. Right, let's carry on from where we left off, shall we? Brentford versus Chelsea is the next game. And they're 10th currently. And with the Leicester game on the horizon, I want to play the Leicester one over this Chelsea one. They've got... I mean, that's not the way that the league has been going, is it? I don't know as... I really like the way that that works. Chelsea are 10th in the table, having a god-awful season, but because their players are higher rated than mine, they supposedly batter me. It doesn't really take into consideration the form of the side that's actually playing, frustratingly. Leicester away from home next. We are still third. 6 points off Manchester City now, 12 points off Leicester, but should we be able to get victory here against the Foxes, that will close the gap back to 9. So let's do exactly that, shall we? Let's go and close that gap. Leicester with Kasper Schmeichel in goal, Pereira, Amate, Holgate, Zagadou and James Justin. Brozovic making his debut with Tielemans alongside him, Madison, Joaquin Correa and Patson Daka up top. Brozovic, their newest signing. They've got Iago Aspas on the bench. Harvey Barnes there too. Options for wing-back in Luke Thomas and Timothy Castagna. Leicester are destroying the league so far this season and much better than anyone else. They're flying. Having the best start to a Premier League season since they won the league. And I'm not even sure whether this start to the season after 23 games might actually be better than the year that they won the league in 2016. I'd have to double check, but certainly they are the best side in this division this season by a margin. We've got a work cut out to try and beat them today. Tielemans with a nice back heel to James Madison. I'm going to try and lunge for that, and Jensen gets there just enough to toe poke it away. Now with 5 at the back, they are going to be hard to break on, because I don't really think James Justin is going to get that risky pushing forward. Pereira will probably get quite a way up on the right-hand side of their defence, but on the left, James Justin, he might get involved in the attacks from time to time, but he's certainly going to be more defensively sound, I think, than Pereira. They're giving that away there, and Tony will find Benrahma. The space was on for the shot, but I should have known that it'd get blocked. He's FIFA 21 after all. Hopefully, block shots aren't quite so prominent in FIFA 22. I've not played enough of it to be able to tell you either way so far, I'm afraid. Brentford fighting hard to hold on to our clean sheet and trying desperately to destroy their clean sheet, but so far, nothing given in this game. No dice. Correa, it's a nice through ball. Patson Daka's in. And Patson Daka scores. 1-0 Leicester, driven at the near post. Hate near post shots. Blocked shots and near post shots. There. Oh, he's done me. I'm not catching him, am I? It's Patson Daka, for Christ's sake. Leicester showing why they are where they are. Patson Daka with another. He just... Oh. So frustrating. So frustrating. I really hope that we could do something against Leicester here and maybe slow them up at the top of the table, but they are the unstoppable force at the moment, and unfortunately we aren't the immovable object. Our defence just keeps parting for them. 2-0, and we're not even half an hour in yet. Henry down the line, into Mikkel Damsgaard. And there's Ivan Toney, and Damsgaard will go again. Pereira will be able to deal with the pace of the Dane, so we'll dart inside and look for support, which is here. Jensen out to Tarek Lamptey. Could try and pull this back to the edge of the box where Benrahma is waiting to put it right into the stand. Oh, that sums up our attacking game so far in this one, doesn't it? That was shit, I think is the word. Madison with the ball over the top. Pereira brings it down nicely. And into Brozovic, who's gotten away from me. And he very nearly put the game completely beyond us by finding that bottom corner. It is his debut here for Leicester after his move to the Premier League. You see the way he cut across it, it just kind of bent away from goal as it was headed towards it. Would have been a great goal if it found that bottom corner, but it wasn't to be for him. But I still don't think it's going to be for us so far in this game. If I can score here, though, at the end of the half, we might stand a chance in the second period. Tony couldn't quite get to that. It's not going to fall for Josh Da Silva. We're going to be 2-0 down at half-time, and we don't look like we're going to turn this one round. Rico Henry forward to Mikkel Damsgaard. Into Da Silva. And Benrahma. And it's opened up a little bit for Jensen here, and he's going to get to that first. Oh, is it perhaps still on? Matthias Jensen with the captain's armband still. Driving from midfield, as he has done throughout his career, really. Benrahma with a little ball through. I wasn't sure if James Justin was going to get to me there, or the man coming across from the other side as well. Neither did. Mason Holgate couldn't catch up either. Thumped off the post. Always looks better when it comes off the woodwork, and when the keeper doesn't dive for it either. That'll do very nicely. But we could do with that again, please. 2-1 is not good enough. I need another. Daka. Out wide to James Justin and Burmo. Getting stuck in defensively, but because we're having to drag so many men back to deal with Leicester offensively, I don't have many forward to help me on the counter. Tony's a little bit isolated at the moment. Benrahma is actually coming off momentarily for Wissa, who's going to come on out wide, and Damsgaard will drift into the centre, but Ivan Toney has pulled us level here. He doesn't need any support. Last year's league top goal scorer, this year's league top goal scorer by an even bigger margin. Our main man, Ivan Toney, scores again, and we are level at the King Power Stadium. I tell you what, at half-time I did not see that coming. Damsgaard to Henry. Wissa out wide. Might be the next man out of the club, Johan Wissa, but if you can provide a cross to set Tony up for a winner, then maybe he might get a little bit of respite. Oh, we very nearly did. That was on a plate for Ivan Toney. Had the defender not stuck out that big leg. That's a lovely tackle by Zuma, and we might be able to get it forward quickly enough. Maybe no. To get another chance. I tell you what, I'll take 2-2 because I'm not sure we deserve the point. Well, we absolutely will take it with both hands and run back home to London and be very pleased to have gotten the result. Liverpool win 2-0, Chelsea win 2-1. I'm still annoyed about that Chelsea defeat, to be honest. But what can you do? That's FIFA sometimes. Right, Wolves up next. No further news transfer-wise to this point. Wolves in the FA Cup away from home is another game we should win. A Berg transfer bid. Depending on who it's from, I'm probably going to turn that down, to be completely honest. Villarreal, £19.1 million. Well, we discussed the idea of moving or letting Ivan Toney go to Villarreal in the summer as they were a Champions League competing side. Let me consider Villarreal here for this move. Where are they? Actually, I'm going to have to check the other leagues. Actually, let's see if they're still in the Champions League. How did they do in their group? They are still in the Champions League round of 16, although they do have Bayern. Berg is certainly a player that I haven't utilised a lot and could probably replace. Where are Villarreal? That's the second division, Ches. Well done. Where are Villarreal in the league? Third. But, I mean, we are now... I mean, in the summer, we were a Europa League only side and weren't playing that well. But now we find ourselves third in the Premier League as well, and we're kind of doing what Villarreal are doing this season domestically. Could I replace Berg with anyone that's good? I could get Curtis Jones, but he's going to be more expensive. No, I'll stick with Berg. I'll stick with Berg. I'll reject that bid. I'll stick with Berg. £19.1 million isn't a massive amount of money that I have to turn it down. We'll stick with Berg and we'll push on towards this game against Wolves and hopefully get ourselves through to the next round of the FA Cup. We're not at full fitness, but neither are they. Wolves away. A 1-1 draw, so a replay is what we'll have to do. That might come later this month. That might come next month. I'm not sure when it'll be drawn, actually. Not yet. Not sure yet. I missed the word up from that sentence. Johan Wisser, I accept I'm not first name on the team sheet, boss, but I should be getting more games. Well, I might be selling you if someone comes in for you, Johan, but I'm not going to go out my way to sell him. I'm not going to go out my way to get him sold. If someone comes in towards transfer deadline day with an interest in Johan Wisser, I will be tempted to accept, or open to accept. A loan bid for Weaver is a no. Elliott is still definitely part of my squad. Loan bid for Weaver isn't really good enough, unfortunately. He's still getting relatively half-decent first-team football for us, and is growing still quite nicely, up at 77 rated now. A loan bid for Marcus Force. If they negotiate that to a short loan, then maybe Marcus Force can go out on loan for the remainder of this season. Newcastle next. We're at full strength. They're 18th in the table. Wow, Newcastle 18th. They're having a horrid season. Horrid season, Newcastle United. Relegation threatened for sure. Norwich are on 7 points. Norwich are one of those sides that they seem too good for the Championship, but they're not good enough for the Premier League. And they're just yo-yo back and forth, time and time and time again. I mean, at least as a Norwich fan, you know you're guaranteed one good season every 2 years, because you'll come back up to the Prem again. Newcastle here shouldn't have enough to... What have we got to do to win a sim game, lads? That's 18th place Newcastle. Chelsea I could understand to a point, but how is that team losing to Newcastle? David Raya is 78. I'm fully aware of that. But a 1-0 defeat? Come on. We should be doing better than now. We've got the replay against bloody Wolves. Oh, force agreement. Have they agreed a short-term loan? They have agreed a short-term loan. Enjoy Italy, Marcus. Enjoy Italy. Right. Dear first team, will you win a bloody game of football, please? Why are they so bad? Extra time it went to as they equalised in the 89th. Morata. But that's inexplicable. Why are they so bad in simmed games? I don't get it. That's a quality team. That's a top 6 challenging team. Pissed. Top deals in this window so far. Joe Gomez from Liverpool to Juventus. Dominic Calvert-Lewin from Everton to Arsenal. And Grimaldo from Benfica to Real Madrid. Not looking to do anything else unless someone comes in and waves some money in my face for someone. Ah, no! Barcelona. Hello. Top goal scorer in the Premier League last year. Top goal scorer in the Premier League so far this year. Valued at 47.5. 58.7 is the bid. If I can get upwards of 80, then I cannot turn Barcelona down for Ivan Toney. I'll ask for 80. It said I could get up to 96 or something. I mean, you're Barcelona. I know you've got financial difficulties of your own in real life, but there should at least be some negotiation there. You can't come in just shy of 60 as a starting bid, and when I go, maybe give me 20% more, they're like, nah. Just negotiate. Don't just walk away. They obviously weren't that serious about Ivan Toney. Force has been loaned out. If they were serious, they'd negotiate. Dickheads. I'd have been open to selling him to Barcelona for upwards of 80 million. But he said, my chief executive said I could get up to 96. So I bid more than, about 10% less than that. And they just walked away. Don't bid for someone if you're not willing to negotiate for them at all. Everton have signed Marcus Acuna, which is a good signing, a good deal. Just saw something in here. I can't see it now. It intrigued me. Someone to Dortmund. Can't remember off the top of my head who it was. Force has gone. De Silva from Bayern. Oh, ha 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 ha. They took Ezri Konsa off us earlier this window. And, I mean, he's valued at 62.5, Josh De Silva. And they've only bid 61.5. For some reason, it reckons his value is only up to 70, but he's 85 rated. I mean, they paid 50 million for 82 rated Ezri Konsa. I am well within my rights to ask for 85 here. Well within my rights. And they've bid 61.5 again. Come on. Negotiate with me, at least. Negotiate with me. Come on. Talk to me. I've come down significantly. Big teams apparently aren't willing to pay. Like, that wasn't even value for Josh Da Silva. 62 million is his value, and they bid 61 and weren't willing to budge from there. Of course I'm not going to just accept that. Not for my best player, highest rated player, and Ivan Toney. Barcelona should at least negotiate. I would have come down, but idiots. They're idiots. They're obviously not very good at negotiating this year, the AI, because they just keep ballsing it up every time. Arsenal have signed Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Maximilian Arnold. They've sold Mari, Partey, Smith Rowe and El Neni. Smith Rowe was their most creative player. I'm surprised they let him go. Fearman in at Villa, with obviously Kurt Zuma coming to me. Simikas coming to us as well as Zuma, and Concert leaving. Aaron's in at Brighton, presumably to replace Tarek Lamptey, who signed for me in the summer. Burnley have done next to nothing. Chelsea have done next to nothing. They've signed Wood, whether that's Nathan Wood or Chris Wood, I'm not sure. Savic, presumably, actually, if Savic left, then it'll be Nathan Wood, the centre-back, coming in to replace the outgoing Savic. Everton have sold Sergio Roberto and Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but signed Demiral, Kufal and Acuna, as we saw. Hefty and Pacienza coming into Leeds with Calvin Phillips. That's who it was that went to Dortmund. Calvin Phillips went to Dortmund. Pascal Struijk was also left. Valekarimos, Mancini and Rutter in at Leicester, with Zubeldia going out. Liverpool have done a lot. Lukaku in, as well as Paqueta. Simikas to me. Henderson, Moreno, Gomez to Juventus, as we saw. And Williams as well out at Liverpool. Big window for them. Frances in at City with Correa and Ake out. That's Angel Correa. Sergio Roberto has gone to Manchester United, as well as Soyuncu at centre-back. Centelles has gone to Newcastle, the left-back that we were previously interested in, as well as Kohukaru. Deulofeu and Maslov to Norwich. Obviously, they've lost Max Aarons now to Brighton. Martins and Aaron in at Southampton, with Armstrong, Forster and Salisu out. Curious to know where Salisu's gone, because he's a decent centre-back. Simon Kjær in at Tottenham with Dane Scarlett. Is it Dane Scarlett? I think it's Dane Scarlett going out. Lecu and Ferrari in at Watford with success on the way out, although no money involved in any of those deals. Kouame in at West Brom's a decent signing. West Ham has spent some money. Zubeldia and Chouameni's a very good player in there. Souček and Kufal out. And then Kubo and Smith Rowe's gone to Wolves. Arsenal has sold Smith Rowe to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Smith Rowe was the league's leading assist getter. Now Arsenal come in for Benrahma after the end of the window. No. Arsenal aren't a big side anymore. I'm sorry, that counts for real life as well. 2 8th place finishes in a row, and they're 8th in this league right now as well. You're not what you used to be, Arsenal, or even close to it for that matter. Sorry, lads. That's a straight rejection. 8th, 9th and 10th for Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United. This save is turning on its head. Brentford and Leicester are the two newbies at the top. Everton still hovering around 6th place. We crack on with European football again tomorrow. It's Bayer Leverkusen in the round of 32 of the Europa League. Leeds, Watford and Brighton in the Premier League as well, which you'd have said would be straightforward points. But apparently we can't win a sim game to save our lives right now, despite having a very capable starting 11. It might be time for David Raya to take a back seat. I am starting to think that having a lower rated goalkeeper, despite the fact that he's still really good in game, is affecting us all round. It would suck, but I think that's probably the answer. We're still third though. We are only 4 points inside the top 4, however. So whilst I was keeping an eye on Manchester City and Leicester, 15 points to get to the top now, I definitely need to look over my shoulder. Busy episode tomorrow as well. Patson Daka now with 19 in the league. Ivan Toney still leading the way, and hopefully he can help take us to the Champions League, whether that be via a league finish or, of course, via winning the Europa League. Who knows? But we're further in Europe than we have been previously. Hopefully we can go further still. We'll find out tomorrow. I'll see you then. Actually, no, we won't find out tomorrow. Tomorrow, there's a special video coming your way that I can't tell you exactly what it is yet, but you probably know what it is. And then Sunday too. The next episode of this series will be on Monday. But I'll still see you tomorrow at 4 PM. Okay, bye.